The second reason why art is important, because art is a therapy. I remember 2001, Bethlehem was experiencing lots of shelling. Israeli tanks were stationed on another mountain, and they were shelling the little town of Bethlehem. There were lots of Israeli soldiers in our town. And I remember we were under curfew most of the time. Curfew means 24/7 for weeks. We couldn't leave home. They will just open or lift the curfew for maybe 2 hours so that we can go quickly and purchase some groceries. And I remember one day, my wife and my youngest daughter, Tala, they went during these 2 hours to visit their grandma. You know, for a grandma living alone, it's not easy to be under curfew. So they wanted to see if she needs anything. And on the way back, they were caught in between Israeli soldiers shooting and Palestinian kids throwing stones. And one bullet came so close to my daughter, it was like maybe just 2 to 3 feet away from where she was standing. I stayed at home at that day, and I remember when Tala, this is my youngest daughter, when she came back with my wife Najwa, that actually Tala could not speak for 3 hours. And people who know Tala, she is the most talkative kid, very sociable. And that was actually, I mean, for me, I knew there is something wrong. My wife told me what happened, but Tala was not able to express herself. After 3 hours, she took some papers, threw herself on the carpet in the living room, took some colored pencils, and started painting. And only after painting was she able to talk. At that time, that was for me actually a symbol of the power of art as a therapy. And you know, I mean, art therapy is not something new, but in our context, with all of the frustration and the depression that is going on, art is giving people a way to do a therapy without going to a therapist. Because in fact, if every one of us need to go to a therapist, and actually Johns Hopkins University did a study a few years ago, and that study showed that 85% or 84% of the Palestinian people have some symptoms of depression. We don't have that many psychologists. But art could be such a tool for therapy.